welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to part 2. Last time, as far as I can remember, I killed Cursed Rotted Greatwood, but that's it.
Gaining admission.
Alright, yes, no new shit. Got Cornix in here. And we fully rotted out our character, so actually Yuria should be here now that re-entered the game, right? Yeah.
Oh, prithee, art thou good Yoel's master?
Yes, ma'am.
I am Yuria of Londor, a close friend of his. Thanks to thee, Yoel's soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead. Another matter. Thou'rt a lord, art thou not, bearer of the dark sigil, and our Lord of Hollows? For the time thou remainst our lord, we of Londor shall serve thee, and I, of course, am also thine.
By this. And so we can pick up from these 2 rings that, you know, they look fucking ugly in age, so they have to wear this shit, right, to look normal. My nose was clear, but right as I started, it's clogged again, so you weapon that allows its wielder to evoke an art unique to Londor. It is also said to be an ancient relic of a primordial serpent, Koth. It doesn't tell you that part, but killing her and getting her ashes and her death dialogue, says Koth, saps the essence of its victims and, you know, can be a shield. It is a forbidden tome as it offers salvation to all hollows and conversely curses all things living.
Till we meet may the dark.
Ay. Alright, so now we gotta do things sort of weird. Mainly for the sake of just not fucking up. I may have already fucked it up. I would hope I haven't messed up my order. But if it happens, it happens. Dilapidated fridge. Alright. Alright, so gonna walk through here. You bitch. They're gonna leave me damage though, so that's good. Someone always sitting here, it seems. I don't know why. You're not gonna. What? I thought I healed. Whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I wasn't even emered. I thought he was gonna shove me off there twice. I was prepared to hopefully not die. Actually, you know what? We gotta grab Mortician's ashes before we do anything else. Thank you so much. Yeah, cleric set. We'll read that after we're out of Iraq over here. Mortician's Ashes, yeah. I believe he can't hit me here. Read this. It is said that the Blue Robe Travelers were entrusted with the duty. They bore large covers on their backs to ensure they would not become seabeds for spreading darkness. Which I'm pretty damn sure is talking about that fucking whatchamacallums. The Pus of Man, which is, yeah, I guess dark of man, right? So, let's read those ashes. Anything there? Umbral ash of a resident of the undead settlement who made a living burying corpses. With this, the shrine handmaid will prepare new items. So yeah, they deal with corpses here, right? And if we look at the worker hats, naturally their ceremonial significance with such work is long forgotten. Indeed, no one could continue to entertain such horrors. So, you know, if they forgot their ceremonial purpose of getting rid of hollows, which is in abundance of near the cathedral, I'm going to, wait, give me a second here. Sorry about that. I just blew my nose. Now, back to what I was saying, because, if they've lost the meaning of their ceremonial significance, right? And, you know, that means they probably aren't burying them or caring about burying them. Why don't they just shipping them all off to, you know, the cathedral, so Aldrich and his followers could eat them? Alright, well, got stuck this time. Oh, there's another guy. Oh, shit. I almost ran into a 3-dude. Cool method you can use to cheese Igon of Karim. I believe it was a Karim. I forgot. But basically, you lure these two guys over there, and while he's sitting, you bait them into hitting him. And by that, you would just, you know, you have them chase you over here, which isn't hard at all. And you would bait them, assumingly they'd be somewhere over there, and you'd stand behind Igon, and they would hit him while you roll out of the way.
Kindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You, here, in this land of hollows, you're like a frail maiden on the front lines. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty. Enough death to leave you broken. Time after time. Yeah. If like the others think...
Alright, yeah, whatever.
If like the other thing...
Only I had a love. Alright. I've tried multiple times to get Sigurd back onto the elevator, glitch him on, but they actually have an invisible force field that he can't cross at all. Like, you can't force him on, like, you can't use a spell like Force or anything to knock him back on. Can't backstab him back on or anything.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... Well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift...
Alright, yeah. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, I would like to show it off, but I'd rather do the game legit. What I can tell you is this. Alright, if you go up right now, like, alright, if I press this button and I stayed on the lift, and you rolled onto the place that would lead you to the fire demon, Sigurd, of course, wouldn't be there because the game would be sort of freaking out. But if you engage the demon and you start fighting him, Sigurd will actually come to your rescue and say, "No, you should have waited." Which I like to interpret as him following you up the elevator after you send it. Oh, well, he sees what goes on, and he's like, "Oh, I need to press the button and then not press the button." Yikes. Like that, then I'll be a little bitch and... Can you carry this guy? Miracle Straight Sword, let's read that. I don't think it has any useful knowledge, but might as well read it. Bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. You know, it's got frost. Every Outrider Knight one day devolves into a beast, constantly hounded by Pontus Sullivan's black eyes. No, his right and left eye rings. So, if that happens, why the fuck does... What's his name? I don't know their names. Vort and the Dancer stay near each other. Thinking, maybe they're like family, brother and sister. Or, simpler, they were lovers before, turning crazy, right? Just thoughts. Because, you never see any other of the Outrider Knights paired up together. They're always in very faraway locations. Man, a long elevator, right? But now we'll do the first step of Sigurd's. And we'll go talk to, fuck, almost missed it. And then we'll talk to Audrey after this.
Oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. Now, think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think.
Now that's some interesting dialogue. I could try talking some sense in him, but he's overheated. Does this imply that demons can be very humane, or at least consolable? And if so, does that include all demons, or just the demons that are not as beast-like as this demon, or the demons we fight in Gade?
Well, too late now. I, Siegward of the Knights of Catarina, fight by your side.
That's what he was about to do is boom. There we go. Demon down. Fire jump. Found in rare cases inside demons. Alright, yeah.
That was quite a performance.
Oh,
But
shit,
you
no.
mustn't get in over your head. We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Oh, fuck. I had buffs. Alright, whatever. But, yeah, I think it's interesting that he says that he could do it, but he's far too overheated to do it now. Like, does that imply that... I don't know. Excuse me for... Alright, I'm back. Oh, God, I hate my nose. Oh, it was so clear this morning, and then I get on PS5, and I immediately just lose it all. It's annoying. Gosh. Should have taken a Sudafed. Alright. Whatever. So, yeah, I think it's just interesting, though, that that's mentioned. Alright. I think I got a good chunk out now. Alright, so let's just move on through. Yeah, a nitpick I do have about this game is that there's not that many demons, and they do look very similar. The bosses do. Old Demon King looks very similar to, you know, the real demons we fight in the catacombs. You know, the mini-bosses, I would classify them as. You know, the one we fought here, and the one near the Mimic. Then there's a Stray Demon. There's a Stray Demon. And we don't get anything like Dark Souls 1 where there's like medium-sized demons and large demons. And technically we do, but they're all in one place. Unlike there where they were in the urban places a lot. Like, you know, there's Capra Demon down in that one area. Horus Demon was just guarding an area. That one bridge. God, I'm so fucked up. Yep, do it. Yeah, they're probably gonna start following me. We're done, wow. Calling me impressed. Corny ring. Named for its decorative green blossom, but its luster has long since faded. No importance there. Mira's here. They traveled far to fulfill their sacred duties. A few were ever able to deliver their vows. Ah, yuck. I guess I'll repeat that. Alright, so now that we've gotten the Corthy ring and all that jazz, let's go to meet Honoree and fight the Abyss Watchers. Ooh. I do miss the, back to earlier, I do miss the urban placement of the demons in Dark Souls 1. Which I thought was okay in Dark Souls 2 because, well, in Dark Souls 2 there are no real demons. None that I remember or can think of. Yes, there were a few bosses that were named demon, like the Covetous Demon. But those aren't real demons as far as I can tell. They're just demons in name only.
Welcome host, Verdente. Farewell, Ashen Nick.
Alright. Yeah, Mortician's Ashes would be pretty useful. Grave Key. Grave, which no longer receives visitors, was once the site of a statue of Velka, goddess of sin, and was believed to pardon wrongdoing and lift curses. The thing that should be noted here is that it no longer receives visitors, which, you know, could be like people visiting the area, I guess, maybe to pray to Velka, but I take that as no one uses the area anymore. I don't think you even see any workers down there. You see the skeletons of workers, because they wear the skeletons wear worker hats and whatnot, and they're enshrined in roots, but none of them are living as far as I can recall. Yuck. Now I gotta make my way through this area, which has guys like these. Shriving stone here. These weird guys are so weird. Corvians are really weird. Yeah. Yeah, the best way to deal with this area is just running right past this Corvian right here. Not getting maimed by a bunch of dudes. Our favorite man-eaters right here. I am almost 100% sure this is Mildred. Or at the very least, a relative, and at the most, it's probably a fucking reference. Butcher's knife with an oddly large blade wielded by the madwoman haunting the road of sacrifices. Squarely landed hits restore HP. Back in the undead settlement, the woman acquired a taste for human flesh, of which she took a glee in partaking. A cannibal in the undead settlement. Who would have thought? Especially in an area that is accompanied by evangelists who, I'm almost 100% certain, help out and work for Aldrich and the Way of White's Deep version, or whatever the fuck they're called. So yeah, she probably got it because Aldrich was passing out shit and being like, oh, try this cool ass meat. Oh, I didn't know you could do it like that. Pregnant dog here, but you know. No. We're good. Alright. Ward's Ring, and back there. Braille Divine Tome of Kareem. A big ass book. I mean, you could kill someone with that. Filled with advanced miracles, give to a storyteller to learn about miracles. In the Way of White, there's a tradition of placing great faith in the words of the blind, and Braille tomes are not unusual. Funnily enough, those books are written by people who can see, so, you know, not really wise. Lucky me, I was able to kill him 3 hits. No, we're not fucking with that. We're almost at the point where I cut off my last character. I test run. Alright, let's talk to these guys now. Horoscopes, Blue Sentinels. Faded sheepskin parchment depicting the dark moon and a sword. Crypt to pledge you already had that. When a member of the Way of Blue is threatened by a dark spirit, the Blue Sentinels, in compliance with an ancient accord, assume the form of blue spirits and help to root out the invader. Fuck, no lore there, sorry.
Hello. I am Anri of Astora, unkindled like you. This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We are well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
Just talking to her.
Horace, he's not very talkative. But don't think ill of him. He's an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago.
What was I looking for? On my stats, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't even know enough. Alright, cool. honestly, a +0 refined claymore is going to be pretty nice. So there's that to be thankful for. Usually by now, an upgraded weapon would be quite bothersome to deal with. And these are my least favorite characters, these crucified madmen. Mainly because when I'm farming Black Knights, they just always see me by that door. Actually, we can go grab something right now, so let's do that. Black Knight here, lonesome. Not nearly as abundant as the first game. Don't know if there's any reason to that. Maybe it's just been so goddamn long, they've been scarcer and scarcer across the world. That may be why. There are no Black Knights in Lothern. You know, we finally got to the first area. I can start talking some more about it. That I've at least prepared, right? Just grab these though. I think that's our first, yeah, that's our first dual weapon. But, this is a pretty interesting place, Baron Cole. Let's read that. Long ago, used to forge the great swords of the Undead Legion. Give to the Black... Oh, yeah, alright, that's it. Pretty cool Cole, right? Oh, Farron. This area is so neat. I like it a lot. It's... Do I like it a lot? I think it's alright. This area is pretty neat. I like it. Yeah, alright, so I do like it a lot, therefore. To give some thought to that, because I swear to God, sometimes I just do not think about what I say I like when I actually think. Pyromancer Tome, actually, so I think I'll get Bonfire, and then I'll grab it. Would that hit me? To grab that. Actually, I've never really read the Great Sword, so let's read that down. Great Sword wielded by one of the watchdogs of Farron, who preside over the slumber of fallen warriors. The blade is a reminder of the exiles' past misdeeds. Yeah, so they watch over fallen warriors, though, doing their job, right? I gotta get 10 intelligence just so I can talk to what's his name, Orbeck Vinheim. Which I can level up right now, though, so no shit going downhill. No. I do fully believe this is a darker base. Oh, really? Alright. I wish they stayed dead, but at the same time they give some decent souls so they can be farmed reliably at later levels. Nothing else. So let's just go here. pick up that set. I used to think it looked like the worst set ever, but you know, yeah, like a few days ago I looked at it, actually wore it, I thought, you know, it looks pretty nice. Pretty neat set. Alright, so we got that. Go Firelink Strahd, get 10 intelligence, give that tome to Orny, and then march on, right? Oh, this helps a lot.
You're an unkindled, aren't you? I am Cirrus, of the Sunless Realms, former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Does this mean she's an ex-Dark Moon? Yeah, she probably is. She gives you the Dark Moon shit. I don't know why I just thought like that.
Blessing of the moon.
Yeah, Blessing of the Moon. She gives you the Dark Moon emote that lets you get in.
Welcome, host.
She's clearly a Dark Moon, or an ex-Dark Moon, especially since she says she served the divinity.
Farewell, Ashen.
Let's give that cold to Andre now.
Well met. 'Tis good this what needs. Oh my. This coal is from the Undead Legion, used to forge the weapons of Farron's Abyss Watchers. A fine prize. I'm honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh? Time to put this brawn to use.
Alright.
Be careful.
That's just some cold one. It's not really anything too important. Let's read that Pyromancy Tome. Spells of the Great Swamp are passed down from master to pupil. Without a master, there is no pupil, but without a pupil, there is also no master.
Oh, there you are.
Basically, our relationship with Ornifex, pupil to master.
My gratitude for trusting me as promised.
Yeah. Pyromancy
Careful
Flame.
you don't burn yourself with it. Yes, here we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies. Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor.
Ornifex, I think, is one of the only characters in this game that gets a really nice, good ending. He doesn't die at all. He stays alive. Orbeck, not here yet. You know, he finally gets all the scrolls and he just dies in the in the Great Archives. I may need flashlight.
What is a teacher without a pupil?
True that? Alright, so... Oh, sorry about that. No, what's... No, I don't have the money, alright. Alright, let's go on to kill Abyss Watchers. Do I have purple? I do not. I think I can buy at least one. Usually I just take the poison because I don't care, but it would be irritating to just go through and get poison and all that jazz and waste most of my Estus. Alright, so... Love it when that happens. Let's just grab Satan's Call. deep ass backstab protection. You notice this shit's going on. Craft Red Eye Orb. Don't actually have those yet. Defeat a host of members. Far from perfect. This Ring Finger Leonard does all too well without even talking to him. The stage is cold. Alright, let's go do the puzzle. Fuck. Do the puzzles now. So yeah, this is fair, right? There's fucking abyss monsters here. Fucking, what's their name? I can't remember their name right now. The Dark Wraiths. Yeah, there's Dark Wraiths here. Multiple. There's at least 3 as far as I can tell. You know, 2 in front of the boss and that guy. So, you know, their own home is fucking abyssified, which should not be how it is if these guys are really good at their job. I am just not doing good. Fuck. Whatever. My fucking nose. Alrighty. Now that I got Phage Cole, I don't think I need to be poisoned for, you know, the Grue I'm about to fight. So yeah, fucking Farron is gone to shit. It's all mucked up, it's all destroyed and wrecked. And the Grue, their friends, the Grue, are just completely just fucked. If I get any of their weapons or anything from them, that. So, you know, current state of affairs, everything got fucked after they got burnt to a crisp, so they're justified. They already have one reason to not come back to Link the Flame or whatever. One thing I don't fully understand, well, I forgot it, fuck. Oh yeah, one thing I don't understand though is what the hell the Lords were gonna do if Lothric still isn't gonna light the fire. Because when I go, when the main character goes, it's all the Lords, including the rebellious Lothric. Worst enemy in the game right here. These rapist Grue are just the worst. Fucking hump your face, they jump on you. Just the worst. Fucking idiot. Guts. Alright, good. So yeah, their home went to shit after they left. Alright, where the fuck was I? Off the beaten path, I'm gonna die. There's that, alright. Turbo full damage. Alright, so go back up here. Everything is just oh! Alright, I skipped the second one. Alright, whatever. I'll deal with that. Usually I do this one last because these guys suck. And also, it's just the order of how they come in sequencing. they're just so annoying. What the? That shit is what annoys me. Like, oh look, I can attack decently fast. And I got... Well, at least one of them was there. I thought I could kill him. No loot, but... At the very least, I would get some decent souls. Alright, now I'll use the poison moth. Saving it for when I need it. But yeah, I mean, this place is fucked, all because they lit the flame, so there's already one reason why they don't want to come back, right? They didn't want to do their duty as a lord again. But when we get to the boss and we get their soul, I'll tell the other reason, because I'm pretty damn sure their boss soul gives insight to what happened when they linked the fire. And I'll have a theory about how it works, I guess. Their wolf's blood and whatnot, and why it works. Cause, I don't know, maybe there's no basis to it. There's some basis to it, but... Phooey. Just remembered another part of my theory, so... Now I'm happy. Alright. Thank God I just already got here. Because that would have sucked if I had forgotten another theory. Final one. Then I'll have to go re-get my souls and all that jazz. But at least I got the worst one first. Second, I mean. Watch this nice door cutscene. Now I can hit that bonfire and continue with my life. Siegbrow, whatever. Special brew of Sigurd of Katarina. Leave it to Sigurd to discover a drink that even an undead can enjoy. Perhaps his long years spent undead have left him wanting to drain a cup or two and revel as if he were still among the living. In other words, I guess hollows and undead can't enjoy alcohol. Oh yeah, I could have did poison. Alright, I thought it did poison damage for a second, so I was a little intrigued. Sunlight Talisman over there for good old, what's his name? Sigurd, not Sigurd, fuck. Yeah, poison back. You know, it'd be annoying if enemies getting cancelled it. Alright, now I can level up. As long as I don't enter the catacombs, I believe I can kill Abyss Watchers before killing Deacons. Yep, now I'm at the level I was before. Alright, so we got that and that. Alright, cool. Finally about to get the weapon. Or pretty much get the weapon. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's just... Almost forgot about that, yeah. Sage's Coal. White Ember, seems. White magic flame produced by this coal was given to the Undead Legion long ago by one of the Crystal Sage twins. Yep. He has some weird dialogue.
Well. What's the Undead Legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the Crystal Sages had sided with Farron's Abyss Watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic.
That's bullshit. First game did happen before Dark Souls 3, so unless no infusion happens, bullshit. Talking out of his ass here. That's the first one I've seen. No, it isn't. You've seen coal like that before. But, I mean, this is most certainly Darkroot Basin. Alright. So, well, what was the place beneath Darkroot Basin? I think it was all Darkroot Basin, but you know, Darkroot Basin and the area where you fight Sif that has all the invaders. That area, alright. Isn't that awfully similar to, the Wolves of Farron, or whatever they're called? I'm gonna pick up that thing now. I mean, think about it like this. Both are covenants that defend a jungle, wooded area and are defending the tomb or tombs of warriors who fight the Abyss. If that doesn't scream the same covenant, I don't know what does. And yes, well, it's not that cat from that fucking broken building giving you the covenant. It's an emancipated wolf. The same fucking thing. I am almost sure this is... I mean, it's already been said, you know what I mean? Or you find Ulasil. Well, at the very least, it's Ulasil, which is also the Darkroot Basin, so therefore, this area is all in one place. Legion Etiquette. Watchdogs of Farron, that's what they are, yeah. It's an old fucked up wolf. This guy didn't give the blood. At the most, he... Well, I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it when I get the Watcher's soul. Oh, I haven't given him the kill yet. Alright. Wait, I can literally just go here. I'm so stupid. Symbolizes the pact with the old wolf of Farron. The watchdogs ensure the warriors sleep in serenity by taking the form of loyal spirits and hunting down those who would trespass the woods of Farron. I'm just saying, this area is literally Darkroot Basin. You find Ulasil and all sorts of magics related to that. I mean, it looks very similar. It's woods, it's dark. What else? Oh yeah, let's probably grab Dream Chasers and... Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I mean, it's just, it screams. I mean, I know it's already been said, it's pretty well-known knowledge that this area at least converged with Ulasil, like, that old grandma handmaid says in, the Dancer's Arena, right? The girl who gave us the Way of Blue Covenant. But, man, it is so much the same area. It's not even, like, a mix of the two areas, like Irithyll leading into Anor Londo. I think that's a mix. That's like the two areas colliding and fixing onto each other. Because, I mean, the Anor Londo you see in Dark Souls 1 was not frozen and chilly. It seemed like it was basked in sunlight. So unless Gwyn dying had an effect on the world, which hint, it didn't, because the rest of the game also has sunlight that's pretty vibrant. You know, Archdragon Peak, so on and so forth. Alright. What did I have there? Oh, yeah. Some weird dialogue.
What woeful umbral ash is this? This barren dust, stuff of a fool, won't yield aught. Where didst thou happen upon the stuff? Tell me for the sport. Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this dying world. More's the pity. It must come from one most foolish indeed. Wouldst thou not agree?
Alright, so this lets us buy Titanite shards.
Ashen one. Bring. Is it ashen?
Why does she freak out and, like, get intrigued by this ash, right? Only every time she ever does this is if you bring her someone who you murder's ashes. Like, if I killed Greyrat and I gave the ashes of... If I gave Greyrat's ashes to her, she'd be like, oh, this is pretty fucking warm. Did you murder someone? Or, like, I killed Cornifex, or whatever his name is. She'd be like, wow, this is some pretty warm ash. And even then you get the same dialogue. You don't even get specifications, right? So why does she care about that ash? Well, we know it's tied to at least Cirrus's timeline. She's like, oh, you're a pretty cool guy. So, you know, maybe Cirrus... maybe Cirrus, the Handmaid, whoever this Dream Chaser was, and Hodrick are all related. Just a weird theory. I mean, that's not really my theory, but I've always been intrigued by that. Because you can get shit-covered ashes. You can get ashes of a very similar character in Archdragon Peak. You know, a Dragon Chaser instead of a Dream Chaser. I mean, that's pretty much the same kind of person, too. They're both chasing a sort of cool kids club. Except one gets acknowledged as an idiot and the other doesn't, so... I guess the Handmaid was, the mother or grandmother of this person, and they were like, don't do that, you're gonna die. And the kid was like, oh, I'll be fine. It's my destiny in life, yada yada. So, while they were doing this quest, they ultimately met their end. That's the theory I've partially put together and have read elsewhere. I'm not gonna hog it like this my own theory, because not really. But it has always been a subject that interests me. But you know what? No, we'll do it after. Because we haven't even got Orbeck yet. Alright, so, you know, walk up here. We're gonna see a few more, Tark race. Just murmuring here. And proof that these guys do work for, the Grue do work for the Abyss Watchers is these guys fight. When these guys don't fight Corvians, I don't think they fight anyone else besides the Grue and the Abyss Watchers. So, Grue at least remember their base. Their base function. Oof. Seems awfully like this is the same place. Different name. And so on and so forth. That Wolf may or may not be a descendant of Sif. That's my theory, a partial theory I have, right? At least what I've always sort of, that's what I've been thinking recently, because this Wolf does have some sort of say over this area. And, you know, I'm pretty damn sure that cat from Dark Souls 1 knew Sif. Well, she knew Artorias. Hey, look at this shit. Oh wait, actually, this is not that bad. Nice. I already grabbed pretty much everything I'd want over there, so I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna go back through this area and just... No, I'm not. Why would I ever go back to this area? Oh, yeah, alright. Pretty neat spell down here. Not useful, but, you know, maybe if you're a summon... No, that's not the spell. There it is. Atonement. Miracle given to those cast out from the stable church of Londor. This is the only tale known by the exiles who believe it carries words of forgiveness. Cursed journeys, too, must ultimately come to an end. And these are not the same exiles as the ones you kill by the ladder, right? It can't be, because those guys are just... They're Farron. Unless Farron... Nah, I doubt Farron would work with them. There makes no sense. Right arm? This Artorias! Kidding. Alright, let's just go grab this. I'm all over the place. I'm grabbing all sorts of things. This is the wrong way, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably the wrong way. Who cares? I died here. We can always just go back to that one bonfire. I thought I was going near the Golden Scroll location. But alas, it's the wrong area. Or at least we got some souls, though, and marched around a bit, a bunch. Anything I need? No, that's all good. Alright. Well, Farron Keep perimeter. Let's go there. Alright. Let's march on through. Oh wait, actually. Yeah. I'm just doing that so I can summon a bro for this fight. Because I think, if I'm doing lore, I should probably bring him along. But it is a shame. I think, I'm gonna say his name right now, because I don't even know where summon sign is. I think Blackhand Gothard should have been someone you need. He seems like a character you probably would have talked to at one point. As he appears for so many bosses. He appears for Abyss Watchers, he appears for Pontiff. I mean, not that many characters appear repeatedly. Londor Paleshade has its use since, they're technically trying to help you become a Lord of Hollows. I did not think they'd be finished with all of them. At least one of them was one hit. Good Gothard, being a little bitch. All the way over here. I'm honestly just summoning Gothard, so there's some contingency to why I see him and feel bad for him being dead when he is dead. Gothard's cool though. He's got a little bow. He's got a little emote. Cool. Alright, now let's fight. Alright, so we're at the Abyss Watchers, right? Notice how they're, like, they're clearly inspired off of the furries, right? So, how come they're not using, I mean, how come they're dual wielding? Like, why is that, right? So, what if I told you the assembler of the Abyss Watchers was not, you know, Artorias or even, like, just an Abyss Watcher, it was probably fucking, what's her name? Fucking, what's her name? Damn it. Siren. Thank the Lord Savior. Siren uses two blades, right? She's an avid dual wielder even before it was made a thing in Dark Souls 2. You know, one blade that stuns, one that I think poisons or plagues. Boom. Base Knocker helping me deal out with the hordes. I mean, that's even a dagger. It's not even like two Ultra Grey Swords, right? It's a dagger, like something Siren used. So, I don't know. The theory I picked up, and I thought, wow, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. So I thought I'd mention it, right? All the blood Slinger's involved unifies into this Abyss Watcher, the final one, right? Never knows the grass till now. And the Siren bit, it'll lead into a bit later. That I'll talk about after I get their soul, because there's a bit I want to talk about here, now that we're actually at the fight and we can deal with them. Boom. Very neat fight though, but all the wolf's blood, or I should say all that remains, goes there, right? It started with a backstab and it ended with a backstab, I think. Soul of the blood of the wolf, and cinders of a lord. Gothard, you can chill. I'd like to mention, look at the Cinders of the Lord right there. I always thought for the longest time those were mini figurines of the Abyss Watchers. Nice. I never actually looked at the sprite of that, but Alright, let's read this definition. The Watchers of the Abyss swore upon their shared wolf's blood, which also served as their mandate as lords. Now let's look at their soul, which looks conventional. The blood was spread amongst the Abyss Watchers, and their souls are one with the soul of the Wolf Blood Master. Maria? No, I'm kidding, not Maria. But here's my weird-ass theory. First of all, why are the Abyss Watchers turning into Abyss Monsters, right? I mean, maybe it's a gamble in this universe if you fight them and they turn you. But I think it's partially because when they went and fucked with the Abyss, no, when they went and they lit the fire, it burnt up the wolf's blood, which emancipated the wolf, you know, up in that watchtower or whatever it's called. And in turn, caused some of them, if not all of them, to lose their wolf's blood power, which also in turn ruined the Darkroot Basin and turned it into, you know, the Farron Swamp.
Hello again. I have since heard a great deal about you. For one, that you are most gentle of heart. I, too, am bound by duty, but can offer you my sign. I hear that cordial intrusion lays the path to embers. If I can be of help, by all means, do call upon me. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you should require assistance, blessing of the moon.
Alright, that's it. Now back to what I was saying. So the wolf's blood, right? I don't think it's that wolf's blood, that actual wolf's blood. Maybe it is, but here's what I'm thinking. This is Artorias' soul. That's full on his soul, really. The soul of the blood... the soul of the... soul of the blood of the wolf, right? So really, this is the blood of the wolf we have right here. And what do we get?
For I am alone. Most illustrious Lord Seeker, or shall I say, Lord Slayer? Fine kindling for the thrones, is it not? Each soul truly worthy of lordship. And all slain by thy hand, to bind them to their thrones, even in death. Oh, I have no qualms, for as we are to our thrones, thou art to thy duty. In fact, methinks thou'st helped these poor lords find their rightful path. Ah, fine.
Alright, he doesn't actually say anything. So, yeah.
Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition now?
Alright, and here, all these items, let's read this, because there's a few items that do matter, and a few that don't. Bewitched ring that Pontus Sullivan bestowed upon his knights. Knights who peer into the black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder Pontiff only presides these rings those dispatched to foreign lands. Yeah. Vorton, the dancer, have it. Farron the Greatsword. The dagger is the Greatsword of the Abyss Watchers, which is atypically paired with an unusual dagger. The dagger is utilized as a wedge in the left hand, while the Greatsword is held in the right. A unique technique that was synonymous with the Undead Legion. Confounds foes in the manner of wolves hunting prey. And Wolf's Knight Gravesword, the Greatsword of Artorias. Greatsword of the Wolf, Knight tainted by the dark of the abyss, and master of the wolf's blood of Farron. The Wolf Knights are the fifth. The Wolf Knight was the first Abyss Watcher, and his sword is more punishing against the creations of the Abyss.
Ah,
Yeah, this is way worth it. Yeah. Boom. Alright, yeah. We got our sword now. Let's buy, just the pants and the hat. That's all we have money for. Which is fine. Now we're on our way to being full-on a weird cosplay. But before I go talk to Hawkwood and see his utter confoundery or whatever word would work for him, let's talk. So that's soul I just popped. The soul of the blood of the wolf. That's Artorias' soul, full on. And it only really has the Faron Greatsword in it because it was spread amongst them and they adapted it. Philly. So here's my theory. There's an option in Dark Souls 1 to give the wolf's blood, to give Artorias' soul to the Abyss Watchers. Correct? Alright, cool. So Ciri can get it, and I guess in this timeline, you give it to her. And what does she do? She goes out, speaking of this mighty Abyss Watcher, and finds a group of undead living in the Darkroot Basin. And she gives that wolf's blood, she gives that soul to, here's the two possibilities. Either A, she gives it to an offspring of Sif, and I guess he governs the woods and fights the Abyss alongside his mighty Watchers, which is much unlikely, I guess, when you really think about it. Or B, she made the Abyss Watchers, and she gave shards of his soul to the, to the Abyss Watchers, and that's, their mandate as Lord. So, in reality, it shouldn't be a bunch of random dudes sitting around that one chair. It should be Artorias, sitting there, pimped out, and all that cool shit. And now, why were they able to fight the Abyss? Well, the only thing I can think is this. Artorias' soul was corrupted by the dark, right? He was infected by it, and all that jazz. So, what would happen when, you give that out to people? Well, I assume it works sort of like a vaccine. Like a steroid plus vaccine kind of thing. Not only did it buff them up, like consuming souls usually does, but it also gave them a resistance to the dark and its temptations, so they were able to fight the Abyss without faltering. That's been my idea, which isn't fully my idea, but the part about the Abyss-tainted Artorias' soul being like a vaccine is, as far as I can tell, my idea. I just don't want to act like these are fully my theories, but they're only half my theories and half something I read. Because I'm just curious about this shit, right? So now, anything else in Dimension? The Abyss why the Abyss Watchers don't return, because it's a good reason to think, why do these guys not return to their thrones? Lilith does, that's because he fully supports the Dawn of the Fire and all that good stuff. So why does the Abyss Watchers and Yorm not return? Aldrich makes perfect sense, but Yorm and the Abyss Watchers don't fully. The Abyss Watchers get a partial pass because the Abyss Watchers are just doing their job fighting the Abyss, but there's a few things I can think of that would make them not return. The first one is the fact that them doing that burnt up their vaccine, their Artorias' soul, or at least the Abyss part of it, which actually makes a lot of sense. That helps me feel good about it. So the Abyss was burnt up from their soul while they went out and did that, so only his normal superpower blood was there to remain, right? So they lost their powers pretty much. They became like cops who only have batons. They have, no bulletproof vest. They're fucked to a certain degree. So, their guys start falling, so they gotta deal with this surge of the Abyss they're fighting. And clearly they were, I guess, still doing their job. It just really went downhill when they got near Karthus, or whatever that area it is. So I'm gonna take a tiny, nose blow break. Alright, I'm back. So, man, that sucked. I'm already reclogged. God damn it. But, you know, so that shit got burnt out. So they were still doing their job, though. They were about to go against High Lord Waldir, who we can tell because of his dark pyromancy and whatnot. There's dark shit going on down there. They're making dark pyromancies. They're... you know, there's Mjolnir, who's only not consumed by the Abyss because he's got some holy relics. Yeah, they were clearly trying to still do their job. They were pissed at the fire, so they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna go back to what we do best. But with no Abyss in their bloods to help them sort of neutralize and move around in it, they just fucking fell apart when they came near the seabed of the Abyss. Which would be the Karthus Catacombs, or whatever it's called. And the second reason why they don't return is because it fucked everything up. When they burnt the wolf's blood, the wolf became emancipated. What else? The wood became consumed in a festering rot almost. It's sludge, it's a desolate swamp filled with poison. It's not really nice, so that probably pissed them off quite a bit. So, that was my theory. Let's go upgrade this sword, because I forgot to do that when I first played this run through. Oh, there he is, back in black. Anything else I want to mention? I don't think so.
Try to aim, be careful.
What level am I? 35 still? Alright, what's my AR? 298, pretty good. Alright. Anything else? Oh yeah, Grey Rat's back. So, yep, she's cool. Oh yeah, Hawkwood! Oh, almost forgot about him. Alright, so now I'm done talking about Beast Watchers. Talk to Hawkwood.
Oft the Lords of Cinder, the Undead Legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I pity.
Alright, yeah, that's it. Cool ring. Read it. The Abyss Watchers, for their hunting, required a sword technique that went beyond an existing art. Wolf's Blood provided just that, and this ring further extends the effect. Otherwise, yay, I can spam my L1 or whatever it is more. My spin to win. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess when you kill a Lord of Cinder, they're reduced to ashes, or their base. Well, let's go talk to Grey Rat, right?
Oh, hello. You've come at a good time. It took some prowling, but I finally made a score. Go on, have a gander.
Alright, what's he got now, right? Nothing I'm gonna use, but... deep enough. Alright, so now yeah, sure, let's just go get fucking yeah, that's it. Alright. Let's go grab Orbeck. Oh yeah, I never... Alright, yeah, I can go back up. Ooh. So far, so good. We already got our main goal, so, you know, if I wanted to, I could end stream right now. And I would not be, you know, I guess behind on what I want to achieve. Read that helmet real quick. About to partake of wolf blood. Seeking out any signs of the Abyss. Pointed steel was a symbol of the Legion and a sinister omen. Yeah, they scared the shit out of people. They saw one of you, they knew they were dead. I forgot to look at the Exile's armor and read that description, but pretty much just says they protect the place after the wolf's blood dried up. Because I feel like, I don't know where it said, but I know there's at least one item that describes the wolf's blood as dried up. And that one measly soul you get is what remains of it. So most of it probably did get burnt up when they lit the first flame. Right? That's just a thought. It's the thought process. Oh, I can't parry? Fuck. I don't know how to assess this parry, so I don't know why I try. Some hollows here. Wow, I'm used to having a two-shot. Wow. Go grab you while we're at it. It's a cool, secluded area.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to. How intriguing. Very well. Indeed, I am a sorcerer, with plenty to share. However, what champion demands service without recompense? Clearly, you're not that sort of man. So you will make me a promise that in exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this? Very well. You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise. I am Orbeck, of Vinheim, unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries. We will learn together. It shall be like our very own school.
Now, why is Orbeck here? This area, I mean. If you look down there, he's right next to the boss room for Crystal Sages. Now, I'm just going off the top of my head. There's a few reasons why I can imagine this. A, maybe he's working with the Crystal Sage to learn. Maybe he's stealing scrolls from him. He is an assassin. He's just trying to learn magic in general. Maybe he's just spying on the Crystal Sage and analyzing him. Or maybe there's just a natural plethora of scrolls and magic here. You can find Yellowfinger Hazel here, or whatever her name is. So, you know, there's already a precedent for sorcerers here. These guys cast sorceries. Okay, I was just curious. Alright. I thought he was disappearing. That sucks. Oh shit, yeah. I recently found out a way to make this fight 10 times easier. And I love it so much. I mean, it's so much easier now. Not a bazooka. I hate that. Yeah, just dumbfounded though. Hawkwood's completely dumbfounded when he realizes in the end you have to kill him to get them back to the thrones. Like, he thought you could just be diplomatic. What the? I hate that so much. I really should have taken my time. It's just only a... Oh yeah, I don't know. I probably didn't take my time. Soul of the Crystal Sage. Soul of a Crystal Sage. The twin Crystal Sages once served as spiritual guides to scholars of the Grand Archives, and one went to ally with the Undead Legion. Why is he here? Only reason I can assume so is... Well, I can't really. It doesn't fully make sense why he's here. I guess maybe he fears the dark just as much as others, or... Another possibility is maybe he was also teaching the art, the Cathedral of the Deep about this, about sorceries and whatnot. No, they're very different kind of sorceries compared to what the Deep clerics use. They use, dregs and this weird sort of dark-like substance to do it. No, it's not fully dark. I think the Deep is just like a variation of the dark. I mean, even the Deep gem gives you dark damage, which, you could call bullshit on, but I just think the Deep's the dark. The Deep Sea is just him looking into, the future, maybe, and saying the Lord Apollo's ending eventually happening. Do it. Here we can see a stray demon who's very much lost his flame. Demons in this game are very pathetic, right? And, that's because the Chaos Flame is dying, right? Stray demon, now lacking even trace of the flame, was once the gatekeeper of Lothric. So, I guess that does give some credence to demons working with people. I mean, Dark Souls 1 had happened. I don't know what you call them, the weird demon guys that pick you up when you use the small Lothric banner. Oh, Lothric messengers. I guess you call them Max, whatever. Those dudes, the guys, the demons that grab you when you hold up a banner. I mean, those guys already gave credence to the idea that you could, probably, at the very least, tame demons or work with them. But they serve multiple duties, so I guess it makes sense. And they do have a society, Lost Izalith, which I think is the worst fucking area in Dark Souls 3, or whatever it's called, the Smoldering Lake. It's just so annoying that, I mean, at least the original had the excuse of being unfinished. They could have made at least a small, lava city-looking thing. Also, look, there's a dead dragon rear, probably a Lothric. Oh, you can see that. That's where you picked up Yol. I didn't point that out this time. I forgot to. But lightning spear. There's a dragon. I think this is an enemy of Lothric because the Lothric Knights ride wyverns. You can see two domesticated wyverns guarding the front gates of Lothric Castle. So that's my thought. It is a bummer how we don't get anything like the Dark Wraiths and the Grue in Dark Souls 3. I mean, you do. I literally just mentioned it, but I mean, I meant to say between the Angel Knights, whatever they're called, and the Lothric Knights. Even one encounter would have been fine, like it is in Dark Souls 3, with the Grue and the fucking Dark Wraiths, but You never see them. I mean, it's pretty well known, civil war going on or some weird shit. And, these angel knights are fighting and killing these other knights, these Lothric knights. But, it never got included. I feel like there's some lost content regarding, regarding the, what's his name, Gothard. Because he, any character you see repeatedly as a summon is usually a character you have a questline with. Henri and Horus can appear, I believe, for another fight besides Deacons. I think they can appear for, well, Henri can appear for Pontiff. So yeah. It's just weird. I feel like he had a quest line as well. One thing I'll say that's sort of sad is the fact that there's no third invasion area covenant. By that I mean there's Farron for low level, and then there's Aldrich for high level. And I feel like Aldrich should have maybe been mid level and Archdragon Peak be high level, because in Archdragon Peak you see these snake medicants, or whatever their names are, the snake women. They summon knights in Ricard to fight you.
Aha, thou returned, and a fine day it is soon.
2 runs in a row, I accidentally picked up Crystal Hail.
No.
I'm so happy I didn't do it a third time.
Welcome home, Master. Very well then taken.
Get us to 20, I guess.
Farewell, Ashen Mudney.
Ooh. We're gonna have to go to Crystal Sages. But, I guess because there's no suitable time to mention it, I guess I'll mention it now. While there is little to no lore from Dark Souls 2 included, there's bits here and there that you can hypothesize, or at least have a headcanon about. And I guess one of them is believing that, the Ivory King won his fight against the Chaos Flame and lost in fucking Ilium Lois or whatever it is, because demons are very much fucking dead and dying in this game. They're on life support, if you can even call it that. Another fat person. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure if you're fat in these games, you're a cannibal. You see, like, fat rolls on her. They're probably supposed to be, like, abs, but they look like fat rolls. Like, whatever. But yeah, what was I saying? Saying that, then well, whatever. I forgot it, so whatever I was talking about, it's gone. Unless I accidentally bring it up and talk about that for another 5 minutes. Oh yeah, the demons. So yeah, Ilium Lois. That was probably a successful campaign for the Ivory King, because all these demons are completely wrecked. So he at least did some lasting damage to the flame, right? Or maybe his queen is still fucking putting a lullaby on those guys. I don't know. There is one area that I do sort of believe could be Dark Souls 2 related. Not fully, but at least... or at least maybe references or something? I mean, it just seems an awful lot. I'll talk about it when we get there. I think the Abyss Watchers really should have been, no, I don't think they should have been more powerful, but I feel like, due to the fact that their wolf blood was lost, it was burnt to a crisp while they were lighting the first flame. I believe that the fact they're so early in the game is because they're a weakened lord. Unlike Aldrich, Lorien, I mean, Prince Lothric, Aldrich and Yorm, who are very much unweakened by the flame. Hell, even Aldrich is sort of powerful more because he's currently eating a god, or a demigod at the least. I think I just walk through and kill him. Is that a headshot or something? It's a cool area though, but it's annoying. It's like a fucked up version of the area before Hemlock Charnel Lane in Bloodborne. Because instead of having good cover from fire from like trees and whatnot, you have this elevation where they have the high ground and you have the low, so they can hit shots a lot safer on you than before. And plus, they all open fire. You can't stealth it like you could in Bloodborne, I believe. I remember stealthing it and like picking them off one by one, dealing with those annoying dogs with gunfire and whatnot. So, this area's a little fucking weird, so I'm just gonna open all the doors, you know, pretty much just full of Bloodborne, fucking a Bloodborne moment for, you know, Eileen, where you have to open a certain door, but it's safer probably just to open all the doors, or the gates, I should say. I usually deal with, what's his name? Gale. I usually fucking... Ooh, an invasion. Oh, but I reset the area. Whatever. That's pretty cool. Yep, invasion. Dean of Mythos. Where'd he pop up? Shit. Alright. It's not too try hard unless he parries me and pulls out a fucking Chaos Dagger. At least he sucks. What the? I'll give you a bow. Unless you got that shit from, like, a friend of yours, and you actually fucking got that far in the game at soul level 30 to 40. Good job. That was cool. That was the glitchiest thing ever, though. No torches? Yeah, no torches. I wish Pyromancy Flame worked for getting rid of the bleed, but it doesn't. So... thought I could maybe still lock them, but sadly enough, they have really good poise. The St. Tree Belvine here. Let's read that. St. Tree Belvines are customary in the far north and allow for faster casting than ordinary sacred chimes. A Belvine cut from a soul A Belvine cut from a what? A Belvine cut from a small saint tree that has been meticulously tended to. Meanwhile, I don't know much about gardening or growing trees, but this looks like a fucked up tree. And we find it right here. Like it's been fucked up, chopped down, mutilated. So, that's like a subtle way, I guess, of... Either two things happened. No, if it's far north, then that would imply this is not the far north. Because then it would stay in Lothric, but... what was he gonna say? Oh yeah. So, clearly it's foreign, so... Nice. So I guess either that's like some sacrilege going on right there with Way of White, or I guess I'm thinking it may be like a subtle way of saying that the Way of White Covenant here does not care about just anything really. I'm actually pretty unglitchy riposts. Nothing here. I believe that is it. But yeah. That's probably them, like, saying, well, I don't give a fuck about this tree, which, you know, is meticulously tended to, right? So, that would make you think it's cared about deeply. So, I guess it was cared for, and then it was disregarded after Aldrich took hold of this place and just corrupted it. Luckily, there's a few Abyss enemies here that this sword's going to be quite useful on. That was one glitchy invader, I swear. Happy my my R2 worked. I was scared he was going to be able to roll or something. He was just stuck on the ground, man. That was weird. So there's these maggots. It's fucking freaky when you look at it. There's maggots just inside the hole of that guy's chest, so these hollows are fucked. They can't be disposed of fully, and they're just being infected, and they're just being fucked up. These maggots in here, I mean, they're hollows, so they don't really have a brain anymore, right? They don't really think. So these guys, Grave Wardens, they're here to fucking murder. That's what I hate. It made me think of Dark Souls 2 for a bit there. Fucking, like, the locking onto a character I'm not trying to lock onto. Oh, but there's so many here, I can let it be justified partially. So there's a hollow problem here. I'm thinking, since earlier I mentioned how their duty's been forgotten, right? The workers in the undead settlement have forgotten their duties. They don't think of it ceremoniously. And how I'm thinking they sent bodies here to be eaten by Aldrich. Maybe the faint of heart who still wanted to be cannibals and didn't want to eat people entirely would simply eat the organs of people, hence why those hollows are at least hollow, right? Like, actually hollow. And, you know, the corpses were left, they were buried, but they became undead because they're hollows. They're people, they got branded by the dark side. They can't die. Or at least I guess they can't die. I've never understood that, how NPCs can die in this series, but I can't. Like, they can actually fucking die. I don't mean like hollow die, I mean like... These guys would respawn, right? They're hollows. Unless this is just simply a purely mechanical part of the game. This area sucks. I actually really hate this area. There's like 15 thralls that just punch your crap in if you're lucky. Like, this is unlocked. And then these guys drop. It's so annoying. So, I'm gonna mention enemy now. So, yeah, alright. These guys, though, they're hollows as well, I guess. I love hollows, but... Guys suck. These guys, what the fuck are they? I've always thought, what are these things? I guess they're abyss because they do a lot more damage than usual. And they're weak to fire. Well, I finally found out why. I was looking into it, and these are people, these are deacons that partook in cannibalism and, like Aldrich, softened like a bloated pig. I guess Aldrich was a huge dude, similar to people like Lothric and Lorien, who are just simply built different. For a sack of Joka, for the sake of joke terms, you know, he's built different. Which I've never fully understood, because these are people too. They're not even gods. They're not lords like Gwyn. It's just always been weird to me. But I digress, right? So, how do I deal with this? I go down there. Alright, I gotta open the doors. Get baited by Ungin. Alright, yeah, I can get that. But, you know, Aldrich got sent here, right? Contained in the Cathedral of Deep. You know, Audrey and Taurus are here as well. Get vengeance. Which, they don't, of course. He ain't here. Oh yeah, I'm saving the souls. For my homeboy. But, what was I saying? You know, he got sent here. I don't know why. I don't know if he was a saint before or after he started eating people. I guess after, since he was able to not be arrested. And I guess his body was just sent there because they're like, well, shit, dude. You're not even really a person. He's like Shinji, turned into fucking goo. But instead of getting saved by, I don't know, his mom or some shit, he just gets turned into a fucking goo, put in a box. And instead he eats a person. Let's go down here. Yep, it is. Yo, wow, I didn't know that. Let's just try to farm it. I got two. Teeth go weird. Yeah. This guy can lift. First try. Oh, baby. That was so lucky. Alright. Now. You know, there's these guys. These giant dudes, right? What are they? Well, they're just like security guards. They're here to keep stuff out, keep stuff in, right? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Thankfully, I didn't. Thank God. Even example of who they are. Massive iron helm worn by knights serving Cathedral of the Deep. Repulsive creatures of the deep are sure to attract the foolish, but the Cathedral Knights are prepared to meet such intruders head-on with their more than ample might. They're just security guards. And I personally believe they're also here to quell the monsters that arise from the deep. Or more or less the monsters Aldrich makes, because he's a fucking cannibal, and how'd he corrupt the church? Well, this is an Aldrich monster. Not Pontiff, Aldrich. Well, let's look here. What's this shit? Aldrich Sapphire. Let's look at this. What is this? Malformed ring left by Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Aldrich, infamous for his appetite for flesh, apparently had the desire to share with others his joy of imbibing the final shudders of life while luxuriating in his victims' screams. And that guy has it. So, how'd he do this shit? Basically, he gave this ring, and it's like a ring that just gets you addicted to being a cannibal, to eating human flesh. So, that's what's going on. He started handing these rings out like candy on Halloween. Soon enough, a lot of people became addicted to it. They started following because he was strong. He was saying, eat this, and then people liked it. Because whoop-de-doo. I feel like that could be like a catch. You will not beat me, Kurt. So now, instead of serving a weak and frail, what was her name? Let's just say Huelana, even though I know that's wrong. Instead of serving her, he now serves Rosaria. A few people, I don't know how many people, but I know at least a few people think that's Guinevere, and that may be, because we don't even really see Guinevere. We see a hallucination made by Gwendolyn. So, here's a theory. What if Guinevere isn't even that what she looks like that? Maybe that's huge Guinevere. Like, multiplied by 10 size Guinevere. That's just the thought I had. Like, right now. And that's like the true Guinevere. Like, that's her normal size. That's just some food for thought. Alright, where is it? Where is it? My dark soul. Alright, so it's over here. So, a place covered in muck that has the chance to poison you, right? That has miracles. And this item is guarded by a very strong man. The Maiden set. That looks an awful lot, in my opinion, like Demon Souls is Maiden Astrea, right? That looks like her. And she's even sitting on a pile of corpses like Arena, or whatever it was. My theory is that's just an Easter egg, a very nice Easter egg. The giant part's a stretch, but I mean, she's covered in like shit, like surrounded by shit, just like Arena was. Or let's just call her Arena. And she's sitting on a pile of corpses, and the set looks literally just like her set, pretty much. I believe opening these doors is the trigger for someone. It's either Patches spawning in. I think Patches always spawns in, but it may be the trigger for Sigurd spawning in. This thing Bident, which I thought would be good. Lightning infused, but it's shit. Sadly, silver bident decorated by a holy symbol, formerly wielded by Saint Klimt. He discarded this weapon that draws upon one's faith on the day that he put his own faith behind him. This is two meanings, or two potential meanings. It either A, means he stopped believing in the Way of Light cause, because Aldrich was, pushing him more and more towards sorcery, and, same with Pontiff. Or B, he became disillusioned with the Way of Light due to Aldrich corrupting it, and making, practitioners cannibals and sorcerers, very much against the traditional Way of Light values of, anti-magic. Not something like cannibalism. That's just my take on it, at least. But I believe he probably left. I don't think he endorsed or believed at all in Aldrich, and he left, but it's clear that others did believe in him. Oh shit, that works. I didn't think it would work. Alright. Alright. These are my favorite characters. They look like Crusaders. Or, your cliche Crusader. I like them a lot. I just wish the baggy chainmail on the arms for the player would not become, all, twisted and messed up looking, not how they're supposed to. But, can't have everything. Just to prevent me from fucking up, I'm not even gonna open that door. I'm curious about something, so I'm gonna check right now. I believe me opening the doors, the big doors by the giant, was a trigger for Sigurd's activation. No. Alright, so let's rest and reset the area. Check it again, and then go meet Patches. I'm just curious. I've never actually tested out exactly when things start. Alright, not happening. Cool, yeah. It's a pretty cool place, though. I haven't mentioned this yet, actually. I forgot to. Because, I never bought the key to the graves or anything like that. But I will mention it now. The area where you fight the skeletons in the Undead Settlement, you get there with the grave key. That's not what I want. I wish that's how Catacombs at Karthus was. I don't like how big and spacious it is, and, maybe the death pits are pretty nice, but I would have preferred if, it was just tight and narrow, only maybe 2 people wide hallway, something like this, maybe 3 people wide, that may be too small, but that's just how I think. But, yes. Crazy. Alright, let's go. Let's go get fucked by him. Or actually, no, we're not gonna get fucked over by Patches. We're gonna hear his cool dialogue, and he's like, "Where'd you kill the giants?" I have enough to buy stuff and still level up, so that's nice. Great stuff's here. But yeah, all these people, I'm pretty damn sure, are just deacons who cannibalized others. You know, they've, just like Aldrich, turned the sludge and said, I never realized it, but they look very similar to Aldrich's, you know, his fucked up sludge body. This guy fucking finally caught on. Fuck. I hate this bitch. Oh my, really? I was stuck in this fat. Oh my god. Whatever. I can literally just go back and grab it. I used it so much. I was whittling his HP down so much.
God. Please, I beg.
I just find Gale's. I usually always immediately like start the DLC because it's so annoying whenever you respawn and you have to like deal with that text. Alright, that was so annoying. Those fucking slimes got me. The fucking slug man. Why is Slugman here? It's because Rosaria's here. I don't know why Rosaria's here, though. I guess Rosaria is just her rebirth name, right? If she's the goddess of rebirth. That's just her, you know, going incognito so she doesn't get fucking pwned by Aldrich, Pontiff, so on and so forth. Or maybe she knows no one's gonna fucking find her up there because it's like a really secluded area that you can't naturally get to. Well, I guess you can. That guy out of here. I don't know what's up with the magma slimes. I assume that's just a enemy reskin. For the sake of saving development time and, you know, having enemies for Izalith. Which, you know, they could have easily, you know, made Izalith better. Unless they said, you know what, it was unfinished in the first game, but it'll be unfinished in the last game. Which is really annoying. I mean, it would have been cool to have at least one demon boss in the ruins itself, and not outside of it. I've just always found that annoying. How you really go through that entire area just to turn off a ballista you don't need to care about. Because really, the only thing it does is two things. One, two things that matter it does is it kills the sandworm for you, which had to have been how you're supposed to do it. And B, it opens up a shortcut to a deeper part of the antechamber. Besides that, it's just a mild annoyance. Like, you don't need to get rid of it at all. Unlike, per se, if it was like a giant ballista leading up to a Lord of Cinder, like, you didn't have that bonfire right beside Old King, right? And let's say instead of Old King, I don't know, Lothric's there for God knows why. So, you know, then it'd be annoying if every time you had to fight Lothric, you had to get past a fucking ballista firing at you. That's just my 2 cents. My $50 million cents, or whatever. What the fuck? I thought it was just a closed off room. Open this up as well. You know, just Bloodborne around, open up all the big gates. Just in case the one I opened wasn't the right one. Oh, nice.
I am a knight of Katarina. I've managed to track down this cathedral's store of treasure. It's right over...
Alright, whatever you say, identity theft onion bro.
Shame on you, you greedy guts. Thought you could outwit an onion. Well, say hello to the nice giant. He adores visitors.
He does? Say, why are there giants here? I feel like I had an idea why they were here, but...
Where's the old giant? Done. How dare you? Have you no shame? Damn.
And then we TP over back to the bonfire, and then we go up and we meet a certain deacon. Interesting that Patches just lives on and on. I mean, if Miyazaki directed Dark Souls 2, he would have been in there as well, but he wasn't, so thankfully Patches wasn't there. Yeah, you bitch. Yeah. Now up here we're gonna meet a friendly deacon who still has red abyss eyes, but he's friendly, so what's up with that, right? Pose for the camera. Alright. Sometimes there's just naturally friendly enemies, but I feel like this solo guy is because this ring is this ring is the reason why he's passive, in my opinion. In the cathedral slumber things most terrible, and as such the deacons require a good narrative to ensure they do not falter in their duty. A philosophy to ward away the madness beckoned by the grotesqueries at hand. Hell, I think that just kept him sane so he doesn't fucking fire fireballs at every guy he meets. It's always been my humble opinion. You know, that ring helps people keep sane and not fall and falter to the deep, which may as well be the abyss. I know, alright. Where's the friendly giant? Oh, alright. He's not dead, but he's almost dead. And guard. Sounds good. Main grubs are just people who overused the stuff. The fucking rekindle and the rebirth thing.
I don't believe we've met. I'm Patches. Unbreakable Patches. You seem to be unkindled. Do you have business with me? Oh, yes.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's coming back to me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my hand, as you know. But the deed, well, that was the armor's doing. Regrettable, truly. But behold, I'm stripped clean of that unruly attire. And look at you. Not a scratch. All's well that ends well, right? Yes, we'll be fine. I can tell. It's that rotten curse. It is.
Look at his face.
Yes. Now, it wasn't me, but you still deserve an apology. Just a little trinket. Go ahead. It's yours now. You should know, I'm a kind of traveling merchant. If you're as unkindled as you look, you'll find plenty of good stuff.
Look at this. Reduced me by 10,000 pretty much. At least he still has black fire bombs infinitely.
Thanks, good com. Oh,
Can't find anything. Come. Thanks, good comp.
Oh, it's just comp? Even though it says compier, like it's spelled? Weird. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's deliver this armor to Sigurd. Weird thing is, though, the Dark Wounds are very much against Rosaria. And what she does. So, can't really think of anything like that, or any reason why. Most I can think is, A, I guess that isn't fucking Guinevere. Makes sense though, honestly. It makes a little too much sense. My opinion, at least. I mean, for crying out loud, she's wearing a very similar veil to Dancer, whose veil is supposedly of the godly attire. Right here we find Kirk. And if you look closely, she's not a slug woman. I honest to God thought she was like a weird slug woman. Fuck it, I'm gonna make a message. It may not make full sense, but who cares? But yeah, this is just a really fucked up slug dude who went through way too many rebirths. Yeah, you can even see Rosaria's feet right there. Right at the tip of my sword is her feet. There's a hair. That's some long ass hair. To get a haircut. But whatever. I don't want to mess up Cirrus's timeline, so I'm not gonna. This is an alright shortcut. I'll take it for now. Just for the sake of, you know, new routes, I guess. Actually, what I should do is I should do Sigurd first, so yeah. It's unwise to do that, kill Deacons right now. I probably could kill Deacons first try. With my neat sword.
Well, then hey. Farewell, Ashen Myth.
Alright, yeah, nothing. We got Orbeck. We need to go grab a fucking... Alright, we need to do that first. Alright. Sheesh, I cannot leave Orbeck alone. He's gonna go ham and leave. Because if you don't give him knowledge, he flips out. I killed Say. I don't know how many bosses. I don't know, maybe it's like a long time worth of bosses that he leaves, but I'd rather not risk it.
Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all? Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me, Siegfried of Katarina! I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegfried of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade. No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor. Until we meet.
Alright, so some people make a lot of fun of the fact that Sigurd can't get out of a well unless he has some of the heaviest armor in the game, right? I forgot who made the theory, but there was a theory that, you know, the entire game, if you do Sigurd's quest, he loafs around a lot. Like, he's just relaxing, enjoying the journey. You know, he tries speaking to the giants at the top instead of going straight for Yorm. He's like, hey, can I have my armor? So he can take longer. And then, you know, he's enjoying Estus and Anor Londo. Or Ford, really. Wrong area. And so, he's giving Yorm time to change his mind, basically. Because, you know, he probably could have been there before us, but Sigurd was like, nah, man, my friend, I have hope for him. And it does suck. I wish Sigurd didn't die. He doesn't have to die. You can just say he cast off his armor and becomes an onion farmer if you want. But I don't know, it sucks. This is usually how the game goes, you know what I mean? Most characters have untimely ends or tragic ends, right? Like a tragedy, but not all do. Cornifex, he chills. He just gets pyromancies and he's happy to be a teacher. But sadly enough, most of his spells are actually, like half the tomes you get are restricted to good old Carla. The same could be said about... Yeah, the same could be said about the miracles, but, you know, the difference is those miracles are really fucked up and they mess with Irina. But, you know, if you do Irina right, she'll become like a second Firekeeper. Which I always found nice. Did that... Alright, yeah, I can do it now. Oh, fuck. Whatever. We'll gamble. We'll gamble. Should we? Yeah, I guess I gamble. You know what? If I get mobbed and die, I'll go get the scroll. I've just been postponing it. I really am scared about Orbeck just saying, lol, he didn't get me stuff within 2 bosses. Oh, wait. Yeah, I took on Crystal... Alright, so I got him, and I killed Crystal Sages. Then I went here, and I killed these guys, probably. Assuming I'm victorious. As 2 bosses. I think... Hopefully it's like a... It's more like a checkpoint thing, like, oh, you got to Irithyll? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna leave. And it's not a, oh, you killed 5 bosses kind of thing. I mean, if it was 5 bosses, I'd be okay, because I've not killed 5 bosses yet. But... You know what, man? I'm gonna hold my boat. This shit's not right. It's an easy boss, too. Yeah, I got a bunch. It doesn't matter. Let's just nope off and let's just grab those scrolls. Whew. So what was the second one? It was yeah, what was the second one? You know, it's the golden... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look into that. Is it just the Farron scroll? It may just be a Farron scroll. I don't know. I can't remember. The scroll to my left in this area is not the golden scroll. The scroll to my right is. There's 2 scrolls here. This is where most of the scrolls are. Besides Profane Capital and Lothric Archives, I'm pretty sure. So how come these guys are... Bitch. Too damn long. Whatever. I tried trading with a giant crab. My fault. I'll probably grind the wolf blood, the wolf's grass off stream. Unless I had friends to talk to, which would make that's grinding a lot faster and easier to deal with. It's just gonna be a boring ass fucking stream, or at least segment, depending on how long it takes. I already have Mimic though. Wait, what the? Alright, I went the wrong way. Alright. Sage is? Alright, Sage is scroll. Let's read this. And as any sorcerer knows, sorcery is a talent, and these sorcerers were refined to nurture a very special talent. Nothing actually, sadly, but we know they were talented at least. Huh. Oh, the area just looked the exact same. Alright. I'm almost 100% sure that the Watchdogs of Farron is literally just... Oh, you can backstab him? The Watchdogs of Farron are just the old cat covenant from Dark Souls 1. Whatever it was called. I mean, I don't even think it's like a merge. I genuinely think this area is its own. It's just Darkroot Basin. Sorry to bring this up again, it's just... It's like the only lore I can think of. And it's just shit now because the Abyss Watcher's blood got fucking melted. Alright. We'll read the Golden Scroll when we get back. Ooh. A Golden Scroll chronicling the vast research of the Xanthus scholars. The lost land of Lucille, the sorceries orchestrated light and were said to shine in the golden hues. In the or in? Oh, not the, just in. Alright. I'm still here, thank God.
Oh, you're back then. Again. I'm Orbeck of Vinheim, here to teach you sorceries. Let us begin with the basics. The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon. You could at least act as if you're paying attention.
Give him a scroll.
This is stupendous. And the undead legion of Farron possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone.
Ow.
Let us us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use.
Yeah, alright, then there's this one.
Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Ulasil, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find.
There's quite a few cool things.
Come again.
Alright, now I feel safe doing it. Do I need it to level up? I can level up once, or I can get the grave key and save Irina. You know, I think I'll level up once, and then I'll go get the stuff to save Irina.
Farewell, Ashen Ming.
Alright, I think I'll end it after Deacons. Depends how I'm thinking. Because two sides of me right now, right? One side is saying I could push on longer, but the other side says, you know, I could probably, and probably should, take a break, right? Just relax. The streams don't need to be huge. They can be just moderately sized. Yeah. Oof. These streams are a lot less quiet, but I guess a little bit more focused because you know, my friends Dominic and Elijah mainly, both are on PC now. My measly console peasant stuff stays on consoles. So, you know, unlike 4 where I could very much just send a chat invite and have a chance of taking them on stream. You know, now that's been lost to, you know, PC superiority, right? But at the very least, it allows me to stay focused on, you know, lore, you know, my thoughts to a degree. This should not mess them up. Yeah, these guys suck. These purple deacons aren't special, but they just suck. I don't think they're special. I mean, the fat guys just suck in general. They always pose a threat, they use force, they jump at you. They're easily the hardest of the 3 types of deacons here. But, you know, you come here prepared after killing Abyss Watchers, and you hopefully aren't a mage or anything like that. It can be an easy enough fight. Let's read this soul. First of all, you'll notice it's a lot of mini souls, and second, you'll notice, well, first you'll notice it's fucking blue, and then, like, dark blue and black, and then you'll notice a bunch of mini souls. The dark blue is their affliction with the abyss and the deep, which may or may not be the same, and the mini souls, the lots of minis, are either A, dregs, which I doubt, B, that's all the deacons unified into one soul. In reality, it's more like a bunch of deserted corpse, like 15 deserted corpse souls, tie-dyed blue. But let's read the lore. After Aldrich left for the Boreal Valley, Royce remained in the cathedral with the high priest to keep eternal watch over their master's coffin. He addresses the cannibal as master, and he's already addressed as archdeacon, right? But, you know, his armor said it's going to pop up right here. Confirms he held a very high position, so he clearly Aldrich influenced the high council and whatnot, right? You know, he made them, I guess, corrupted, evil. Of the 3 archdeacons, one cast off his white crown and left the cathedral to stand by Aldrich, which is MacDonald. That's not McClint. MacDonald is the one you find in the water reserve. And, that is not McClint. I think McClint was disgusted and disillusioned. Like a Catholic who's mad at the Catholic Church for, covering up some fucked up priests, right? That's the only example I can think of, besides, of course, you know, the splitting of the church, I guess. What was I gonna look for? There they are. And it worked out.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the road of sacrifices. Henry of Astora, I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irithyll in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep, and so becomes our destination.
Oh, a pilgrim.
Aldrich's honest home is Irithyll. A pilgrim told us.
That may or may not be, I wonder if Horus goes hollow. He just loses hope. But either way, let's go by the Grave Ashes and finally free what's-her-name. Oh yeah, read this. After the Legion's Washers became Lords of Cinder, the wolf blood dried up and Farron was consumed by festering wood. Yeah, it did dry up. Most of it did, at least. The Abyss Watchers who had the blood dry up, as seen in the fight, were consumed by the Abyss and gained red glowy eyes. Of course, in the end of the fight, we can see all the remaining blood pool into the last Watcher, and, of course, we get the soul of the blood. So, yeah. So it's not fully destroyed, but it was lost. And somehow Artorias' soul controlled the woods. But, you know, continuing on, within the wood, an emancipated old wolf commands watchdogs to defend the sanctity of the sleeping warriors, pretty much just like the cat in Dark Souls 1. Both the exiles were surely watchdogs themselves, for Farron has always been a land of ignorance, or whatever. I don't care. Yep, imitation of Big Hat Logan, pretty much. I like that. Huge gloves. I like that a lot. Not fully disproportional, but somewhat. Alright, so we can get a level, I think, so let's just pump another one into strength.
Welcome, husband. Then take.
Yeah. Anything else I want to do?
Farewell, Ashen.
Dealt with Carth. We dealt with the Abyss Watchers and the Deacons and so on and so forth. Oh, yeah. Well, before we end stream, let's first, increase our Estus Flask, and then secondly, go save Irina from a cell. I guess Orbek's ending isn't that bad. I mean, it is sort of messed up, but it's not that bad. It's more like he died doing what he loved, which was learning. I mean, you know, you kill him and you pick up his ashes. You find out he was an assassin who, you know, joined the Vinheim Academy because he had skills as an assassin, right? And, you know, that was his only way of getting in and learning magic. So he used that as a way to learn magic, right? And his book is a pretty bare-bones requirement spell. Only 10 intelligence. It's believable that he started out with only 10, or maybe a little bit more. As he was there, he gained intelligence. Here's our Velka statue. Surprising she made it back, but, you know, I guess Miyazaki does like her, even though she's a very minor god in the large scope of who's who. This is, like, if this was the Catacombs of Carthus, I would have liked it a lot more. It's just, like, I don't know, I like the setup of this area a lot more. I'm just one tapping them, smoke levels, but no, there's no workers here, just skeletons. I know it's a heavy gem, but I can't help but just hit them. Alright, he's dead. God. Alright. Yeah, there's no workers down here. The skeletons do wear worker hats, which I like a lot. St. Houseman, basically it says it's a female. I don't know why, though. There's clerics trapped in here. Don't know if that was a friend of hers or what, but maybe she was also, she actually probably was blind and she was stumbling around and fell to her death. It's played out that way, I believe. I'm not going to be giving Irina dark tomes. An interesting thing, too, is the dark tomes are significantly worse by a long mile than the dark pyromancy tomes.
Oh, who is there? Someone there? Oh.
Yeah. You know, just a failed firekeeper.
Oh, then I am praying.
Prayer, yeah.
Oh, I am Irina of I came to this land so that your touch has freed me from the dark. I am, but if... Oh, I...
Yeah. Let's go talk to her imprisoner bodyguard.
You've gone and rescued her, have you? How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking. I am Egon, a knight of Carim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety, and only for that long.
Which basically means...
I am allied to you.
Don't mess her up. Don't give her those messed up tomes. You know, like the Deep Tome and the Londor Tome. Both of which are, you know, evil magic. I'm not going to talk to you because I like you standing there. But, you know, actually, now that I think about it, all the practitioners end up with good endings.
Oh, champion.
I don't think Carla really cares, but...
I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but God, I am... Oh,
only that one.
You've brought me a Braille Divine Tome. Now I can tell new tales of miracles. Tales of the greater miracles can be quite the epics. What fun we will have.
Neither of those. Ondor and Deep fuck her up, so force. Cream the Saints give voice to the ancient tales. They memorize countless cumbersome sacred books and read them in sonorous tones, a function for which they are widely renowned.
Have a pleasant journey, Champion of Ash. I pray for your safety.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna try something out, then I'm gonna end stream. Probably for the day. I doubt I'll play again today, like yesterday. Because yesterday I only did it because... what a sad thing. Yeah, I'm over it, though. I can't put the... Oh, fuck. Alright. Well... I hope you enjoyed stream. It was a fun one. Have a good day. See ya next time.